What's good, Aries? How you doing today? We are going to get a I Ching reading in for you today. Some I Ching messages, okay? I haven't done one of these in a while for you guys, but I feel like it is time that we get one in. I've been called to do one, so Aries, please take what resonates in this reading. Leave the rest for whoever else may need it. Okay, if you have seen me do this before, I am not going to use the coins. I'm going to use dice to see if I should get one card or two cards. So even odd numbers will be one card and even numbers will be two cards. So depending on what I roll, that's what we'll get for your message, okay? Otherwise from that, I do want to thank you for being here with me today. If you need a personal reading, check the description box, hit the like button so you get all your messages that I do here for you and all that good stuff. So let's get started for my Aries at this time. All right, we're going to call in the angels, the ancestors, our spirit teams, our higher selves. We are connecting with the universe that is in alignment, and the God is always with us. So what do we have for my Aries today? Let's see. One card or two cards from the I Ching. We have 7. So you only need one card, my dear. All right, let's see. What is the energy for my Aries when it comes to the changes that they're going through? Because that's what the I Ching talks about. It talks about the changes, right? It's the book of changes. So when you're going through anything in life, there's always continuous change happening, continuous movement happening. This divination system helps you to navigate, and it asks you questions to make your own self think and make the best decisions for yourself, right? So you have, number 18, corruption. Very interesting. The front says creating success from the source, okay? You are the source. Fruitful to cross the great river. It says before the seed day, 3 days. After the seed day, 3 days. So there's something about planting a seed and allowing it to grow, allowing it to do what it's doing, right? But there's some type of corruption while doing that, right? While allowing something to happen. So it says corruption, something dark under the surface of life, manifesting as patterns of negative experience. This comes from our past, our parents, or our culture. It is time to examine those old patterns to understand where they come from before you can tend to the growing seeds of change in your life. And the 2 questions that are on here, it says, what is behind this trouble? What is behind this trouble? And then it says, what is the hidden cause? Ooh, I like this card because this card is really asking you to look at underneath the cover of something, right? It's asking you to lift up the cover and look in the inside of something and really see the inner workings and see how something is failing or how something is not working and how it needs to be fixed. So it needs to be, I'm hearing excavated or something like that. All right. Okay. I actually want to get the book real quick to see a little deeper to what number 18 is talking about, if you guys don't mind. It says the mountain traps and limits the movement of the wind, making for stale, unhealthy air. An invisible corruption, poisoning from within, but a noble one transforms this picture. He stirs people up like wind. This can work in a group or within an individual. Inner movement and awakening transform limitation into growth. Okay, so there's some type of stagnancy. There's some type of, again, corruption. Something is behind the scenes that's causing a problem. So let's see. What is behind this trouble with the corruption for my Aries? Let's see. Let's answer the 2 questions. Ooh, that's a lot of cards. Let me get, thank you. Ooh, okay, got 2 cards. So what's behind the trouble is the waiting game, which is the 2 of Wands, and then that's the Ace of Cups, where it says love begins. So the trouble that's behind here. Okay, Spirit, I hear you. This is the first card, and this is the second card for the second question. The hidden cause is that there's something to do with love. There's something to do with maybe even creativity, feeling blocked with the creativity because of time, because of growth, because of some sort of stagnancy, because of some sort of waiting, because of some sort of impatience as well, right? I feel like there's a natural flow of things that maybe you aren't wanting to deal with that natural flow, okay? And that can be a issue. So let's see. All what's the question again? It says, what is behind this trouble with the waiting? This is Two of Wands, and that's your energy, Aries, at Two of Wands, okay? You don't really like waiting. You like things to happen. The Three of Wands. I'm seeing somebody waiting at the edge. Like, when is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? You're looking for something to get better without actually fixing what is actually the problem, right? It's like you're looking to skip over the problem. So that is the problem there, right? That's what's behind the trouble, is that you're not looking at the actual issue because you're looking to move ahead already, right? Again, you have to lift up the top on something. It's something that's said about 3 days before and 3 days after, right? So there is some sort of waiting process here. You have the Eight of Cups, the Hermit. You have to sit still, Aries. You cannot move. The Two of Pentacles. You have to allow time, right? The time that is needed for something isn't being allotted at this time. Somebody's wanting to walk off. Somebody's wanting to leave. Somebody's wanting to, do things their own way with this Hermit energy, right? But the Hermit is also saying you need to do some introspection, right? There's a reason why you are being still. There's a reason why the universe is not allowing things to move yet. It's not that things won't move, but there is something that you need to experience. There's something that you need to learn, right? There's somebody that you need to even sort things out with, right? Before something can fully move on, right? I'm getting this energy with the Hermit of like in those old movies where it's like you have to solve the riddle before you can move forward, right? The troll gives you a riddle or something. You get this riddle of life that you have to try to solve so that you can properly move forward, so that something can properly grow, right? And this is something that is like, okay, and I'm hearing the word riddled, right? Something is riddled with some sort of problem with this corruption. The river is not clear. So it's like this Eight of Cups here. Somebody's trying to cross the river, but you see there's all this debris in here, right? It's like you left something behind with a mess. I'm seeing these Eight of Cups were, even though they seem stacked up here, it's like they were emptied out into the river, right? So it's still flowing. It's still something that's kind of following you. So you can't really leave it behind, right? It's not like the cups were drained and then cleaned and stuff like that. It's like somebody drained all of it into the river. That's what I'm seeing. Somebody's draining something out. And this is what's causing some type of interruption, some type of obstruction in the flow of something. You see how the water is flowing behind the Two of Pentacles? The transition of something happening how it's supposed to, because you're expecting something to happen way quicker than it can. All right, you're corrupting the process by trying to move too fast, or someone is corrupting the process. It doesn't have to be you, but this is the situation. There's some type of I'm hearing like a speed up and then a slow down, a speed up and then a slow down. All right, that could be that 3 days before and 3 days after. So the next question here was, what is behind this cause? And you have this Love Begins, which is the Ace of Cups, the Strength card, trying to hold something together. There is some type of power struggle here I'm seeing, because there are two hands here, all right? Very similar in the color, right? One is a yellow sleeve, one is an orange sleeve, but with that slight difference, there is some type of, where it's not complete harmony, right? So in the Strength card, I'm getting what's hidden behind is that maybe someone feels more attached to something. Someone feels, strong with something else. Like, you need something else to help you feel better. The Ten of Swords, look at that. You need something to help you feel better, right? You could have a headache or something like that. You could be having, and I don't mean to laugh, but it's like something to aid, like a aid in your problem, an aid in your to your solution, right? So the obstacle you're having, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles is here with the Ten of Swords. So let me see, let me get one more card, because very interesting enough, it's like there's a hold up on some type of either money, or there's some hold up within, look, and the Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom here. So there is some type of offer. You have 3 cards that flew out. I didn't even notice that. The Ace of Swords with the Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. The hidden thing is that somebody hasn't spoken up about the trouble that they're in. All right. You don't want to disappoint. Someone doesn't want to disappoint you. But I feel like this is going to have to come out in some sort of way, right? There's something that is like, with this Eight of Cups, it's like they left something behind. Something was left undone. Some type of lesson wasn't learned. And this is why the process is holding up. Something is happening here with this corruption energy. And it's like you have to go within yourself to solve this issue. This is not an outside issue. With the Hermit card he being here, this is an issue from within. The Strength card is also talks about the strength you have within you, right? The mental strength, the physical strength, the discipline that you have, the perseverance that you have to have through something, right? And really hold the idea that love, right, the creation of something, the pouring into something is what will help bring something out, right? It's like if you pour into an empty vessel, whatever was kind of hidden at the bottom is going to float to the top and be exposed, right? And it's going to be able to be cleared out properly. Okay, so let me get a card here for my Aries. Okay. You got 2. It says, I choose to be here and angry people. It's something that you have to deal with, right? It says, don't engage with angry people. But then it also says, surrender to where you are now and your life will miraculously turn out the way you want, right? You can't be, again, this is energy with these angry people. Angry people corrupt things. People with negative energy corrupt things. Where you choose to be at, where you have your emotional and spiritual intelligence at, matters right now, okay? So when there are energies that feel negative, that feel low vibrational, you have to ask yourself, do I want to be here? You have to ask yourself, is this safe? Is this proper? Is this the right thing? All right? Choosing to be somewhere is like really sitting down with yourself and asking yourself, which direction am I taking? What is my goal here, right? What is the end result? She has a clock in her hand. Something about that waiting game. You're going to choose where you want your timeline to go. All right. You're going to choose the fertility of these rabbits I'm seeing, right? They're hopping away. They're going, they're moving and shaking. But it's also within the idea that they are choosing to be somewhere and they're enjoying where they're at before they hop along to the next place, right? I see her having tea here. So there's something about enjoying the moment as well. Not feeling angry about where you're at, not feeling like, you know, you should be somewhere where you're not. That does corrupt the process when you have those negative emotions and the negative thoughts, right? Attached to a situation, attached to like maybe even the timing of something. All right. Because this is number 11 and this is 8. So there's something about, you know, in order for the doorways to open up properly, you must come to terms with something, right? It's something you got to come to terms with this corruption. But yeah, this is your message, Aries. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with more. Talk to you guys later. Bye.